Statistically, Quay Walker hasn't done a whole lot, but from a schematic approach, the coaching staff is absolutely in love with him. He does so many different things on tape. Today, we're going to get into all of those things, starting with this first play right here. Now, this play actually went viral on social media, not because anything Quay Walker did, but because of the fact that Trevor Penning, the left tackle of the New Orleans Saints, is going to actually block Quay Walker, and towards the end of this play, he actually puts Quay Walker down. Now, here's the thing that if you really focus in on Quay Walker, Walker does a great job making contact and really controlling this left tackle. He's going to get right into the chest of Penning, and he's going to extend those arms and bench press Trevor Penning. He's going to create that separation, as you guys can see. That's such a fantastic job. Now, I know some people are going to say Walker really didn't do anything, but again, if you really focus in, you can see that Walker does a great job creating that separation. And here's the thing. Here's what the separation does. And we're going to switch focus to the end zone angle because you can really see what Walker does in this play. This is a power run, and if you look at Trevor Penning, he has the block on Walker. Now, the initial gap that the running back is going to try to go through is going to be on the outside hip of Penning. You're going to see that the defensive tackle is going to be in the gap. So the running back's actually going to try to cut it back to the inside of Penning, and you will see that Quay Walker is then in that gap, and Walker does a great job creating that separation. So as the play begins, you're going to see Walker do a great job punching Penning right in the chest and controlling him, create that separation. Now again, the running back was initially going through this gap, but because the defense tackle blows it up, he's going to try to go to the inside of Penning, and Walker standing right there. He has the chest control of Penning. So the running back can't go to the inside, so he's going to continue that cut back to the left of the screen. I know it's not a major deal, but Quay Walker does his job in this play. He has his responsibility. He uses his hands not only to separate himself from Trevor Penning, but I would argue this is a much better job by Walker than it is by Penning. Even number 68, like Walker does a great job using his hands to fight through the next guy. And of course, the play's kind of over, and then Penning comes and hits Walker from the side. Not a major deal. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. One of the things the Packers love to do is they love to mix their coverage. They really like to confuse people. And on this play specifically, they are going to run a lock defense, which means the cornerback at the top of your screen is in a one-on-one situation with the receiver, and Quay Walker is in a one-on-one situation with the running back. And then basically everyone else is playing a zone defense. I wanted to bring this play up to you guys because Walker does a great job playing man-to-man defense with this running back. I want you guys to watch the play in its entirety, and then we will go ahead and rewind it. He doesn't get tested, as you guys obviously see. The quarterback takes off with the football. But the thing I like about this play is once Walker gets out to the running back, notice how he keeps his shoulders square. He's not leaning one way. Right foot's not forward with his left foot back, or vice versa. Left foot being forward, right foot back. He's not off balance. He's squared with the running back. And the reason that's important is because if the running back cuts it to the inside, Walker keeping his shoulders square means he's able to quickly react to that. Same thing as if the running back goes to the outside, which you guys are going to see. Walker's able to read that and just stick with it. And in my opinion, that's a great job. Of course, the quarterback takes off running. Do understand Quay Walker doesn't play a ton. He's really going to play about 8 to 10 snaps in each of the two games that we're going to look at. This one as well as the Niners game. And it's really the traits, the qualities, the flashes that I want to point out. Because to me, you don't always have to make a tackle. You don't always have to make the big hit. But as long as you're doing things correctly, those are the things that will translate. Understand, this isn't the starting defense. So Walker, for the most part, is playing with backup defensive linemen in front of him. He's playing with backup linebackers and safeties next to him. Now, I do want to break this play down because although Walker is not the linebacker responsible for this play, Walker does do his job. In this instance, it's to contain this gap right here between the right guard and right tackle. Walker does a great job creating separation once again between him and the offensive lineman. Creating separation is a big part of being able to shed blocks, getting off blocks and making plays. Once again, great job getting his hands exactly where you want him to. And he bench presses this offensive lineman, keep in mind, who's running almost full speed towards Walker. Great job right there creating separation, using that left hand and really extending it. And getting to the running back, finding the football and bringing him down. Again, this is not Walker's job. Like, Walker is not the reason why this play hit for a big game. All right, you guys, jumping into this next play, Walker's going to do a really solid job filling his gap. And the running back is going to cut away from Walker because of it. Really solid job to read. Force the running back out. You're going to see the running back does fall. Solid job by Walker. Not a whole ton there, but I did want to just point it out because we don't have a ton of clips of Walker. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. One of the things I had seen of Walker's game back when I watched him at Georgia was his ability to move. He was really good in coverage, and he kind of shows that in this play. Not only does he do a good job covering the middle of the field on this play, but after he's done covering and the quarterback takes off, he's going to do a great job not only getting to the quarterback, but then when he needs to, he side shuffles, changes directions, and gets to the quarterback. This is a really nice job by Walker. One of Walker's biggest assets, and one of the things that I loved while he's coming out of college, something I felt would translate right into the NFL, was his ability to shift, change directions, move, recognize plays. This is a really nice job. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Alrighty guys, with that being said, Walker only played on 12 snaps in this game against the Saints, and you guys can see that he is now done. We are going to shift focus and look at the San Francisco game. He did have some good reps in that game as well. Jumping right into the clip, once again, keep in mind with Quay Walker against the Niners, we only got 12 reps. So in those 12 reps, we're really going to break down the nitty-gritty details, the hand usage, the ability to separate and create that separation, punch. In this play, you got Aaron Banks, the left guard, coming right at Walker. Walker does a great job stepping up. And look at those hands, man. Look at how he gets both hands on Aaron Banks. A massive guard, sheds him, throws him to the side, and is able to get in there and at least help just a little bit. This is a really nice job by Quay Walker. Not a whole lot, but I do like the hands. It's very clear he knows how to create separation between him and offensive linemen. And this will translate. I can guarantee you guys right now, as the season progresses, you will see him throw around offensive linemen, punch, get off blocks. Quay Walker looks really good. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Jumping into this next rep, so far the way Quay Walker has displayed on tape that he gets off blocks is by using his hands, specifically punching and gaining leverage on offensive linemen. This play's a little bit different. If you guys watch Walker, instead of punching, he's going to swipe and use his twitchiness. Number 64 has the angle on Walker right here. Like, he should be able to seal Walker off. And Quay Walker's going to swipe and jump the inside of number 64. Does a great job on this play. Now, of course, jumping to the inside is a little bit riskier because good offensive linemen will use that against you. If you jump to the inside, they will hook you. It's much easier. Generally speaking, you want to be able to get around a guard, but in this case, he does a great job because he recognizes that the running back is trying to cut this back to the inside. And I do like the hands. Being able to swipe past 64 and not let him grab you, that's a great job. Let's get into the next rep. We only got 12 clips of Walker, so I do want to show this one. I think this is a nice job of him to really get his hands on this guy. I'm not 100% sure if this is something that Green Bay schemes or teaches their linebackers, but the fact that Walker's able to, on a slot, speedy wide receiver, get a nice punch and really impact his route, that's a great job, man. The game speed of the NFL is so fast. Quarterbacks generally have like 2 to 3 seconds max to get the ball out. And if you're able to do this where you really redirect the wide receiver the way Walker does here, that's a great job right there. Again, not a big deal because he isn't the guy being targeted. But do understand, this is pretty much what happens with 90% of guys who are in coverage, guys that are playing deep, guys that are in man-to-man situations. You're not going to get targeted or make the play 90% of the time. But if you're making impacts like this, of course, this will never be noticed, especially not on the broadcast angle, especially unless you have the coach's tape. This right here is a really good job by Walker to redirect the wide receiver. Let's get into the next rep. There was a play against the Saints where we watched Quay Walker really chase a play. It was a quarterback run. He really chased it, he moved, he avoided some blocks, and he was able to tackle the quarterback for just a gain of about 3 yards. But here's another play where he does a great job flashing his movement, flashing his hip speed, the quickness, that explosive step. I mean, think about this play, right? He is literally on one side of the hash mark when this wide receiver screen is run, and he's going to be able to get way out there super quickly, avoid the block here, and at least help a little bit with this tackle. Quay Walker, man, looks really impressive on tape. Alright, guys, jumping into this final clip. This play is kind of interesting because, when I saw this clip initially, I thought to myself, why does it look like Walker's really trying to attack the inside of this right tackle? Like, he doesn't really take on Spencer Burford, the right guard. And it almost seems like he's only trying to attack. And this is generally when you have a stunt going on. So I'm not sure if number 55 missed the stunt or if number 7 was confused. But I think Walker does a pretty nice job getting to that right tackle. I mean, the right tackle's definitely off balance because Walker and number 55 are both attacking him together. But again, I'm not sure if there was supposed to be a stunt, if number 55 missed it, or if Spencer Burford, the right guard, just does a good job on Walker, because I don't think that's the case here. I think Walker was running a stunt, and if that wasn't the case, Walker would not have done what he's doing in this case. But it is kind of interesting, and I didn't see him run any stunts against the Saints, although I did see him come up to the line of scrimmage, line up in the A or B gap over the guard, which is interesting. Obviously, we'll see if that really translates, and we'll see if that actually translates into the regular season. Again, there's not a whole lot to take from these clips, but if there is one or two things that you could take from these clips, I would say that Quay Walker looked super explosive. His change of direction, his hip speed, the fluidity is 100% there. And I see why the Packers drafted Walker so high. You take a guy that shows flashes, you put him on the field and let him develop everything else, and that guy has a chance to be one of the best linebackers in the league. And Quay Walker may be one of those guys that can develop into that. I love the Quay Walker pick, man. I'm so excited to continue to break his tape down as the season comes along. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next time with another video.